Man, I love my life. I have a wonderful wife, an incredible, talented daughter, and a great job. My story isn't about finding happiness or joy. I feel like I have that already. It's about reclaiming part of my childhood. It's about rediscovering something that I left behind that is refreshing to my soul. Skateboarding. My name is Bubba Thompson, and this is 42 going on 14.
Skateboarding for me, I grew up in a very small town up on the lake. Didn't have much places to go ride our skateboards. Had one small street, you know, it was made out of asphalt. It wasn't very smooth, had a bunch of rocks in it. I can still remember my small little board, nothing like what we skate today. I can still remember, I got a picture of me just kind of cruising like I was a little surfer. That's what I thought it was all about. But I still remember the freedom of the skateboard. You know, when you fall, there's nothing to hold on to, there's nothing to keep your balance. It was only you to keep your balance. And you know, other sports that we played like football or you rode a bike, there was something always there to hold on to. Your feet were always on the ground. And sports, soccer, you know, and riding a bike, you always had the handlebars to hold on to. But skateboarding, you're on your own. You know, you got wheels rolling, all you got is you and gravity. But as I grow up, you know, I got away from skating just a little bit there. Got into sports, got into football. But later on in my junior high year, you know, I started, you know, I always wanted to be just a little bit different. Everybody was all about sports. Everybody's all about football in a small town here in Texas, obviously. I was always that guy. I just had to be different than anyone else. And I remember this store opened up in our small little mall. It was called Gadzooks. And they had this magazine, Thrasher magazine. Man, I remember opening that thing up, you know, and I saw those guys. They looked completely different than anyone else around in our area. You know, they had the long bangs, blonde, and I thought, man, those are my people. And what were they doing, man? They were riding skateboards. So, got me a new skateboard at the Gadzooks, and then started riding. You know, a couple of my buddies started riding with me. But like I said, we grew up in this very small town. Man, there was no place to ride. We had the schools, they had sidewalks. The town didn't have sidewalks, so that's kind of where we grew up skating. You know, I had a buddy had a Pinto. You know, we built launch ramps. We used to launch over the hood of his Pinto. I thought that was the coolest thing. But you know, you run out of skate spots in a small town. You know, it was a school. You got ran off from the schools, teachers, cops, everybody would run you off. So that's when I decided, when I was about, I guess I was about 13, I built my own skate ramp across the street from my dad's house. It was a 16 by 8 foot. I built it myself. Growing up, my parents split up when I was young. And I lived with my dad. My dad was gone all the time, you know, for work, you know, 2-3 weeks at a time. So I had the privilege of writing my own sick notes for school. Don't tell anyone this. But for about 2 weeks, I wrote a sick note. I was pretty sick. But what was I doing? I was building that skate ramp. Where did I find the skate ramp? Where did I get the idea? Thrasher magazine, man. I still remember the design where you put the nail in, the string out, and that's how you make a curve. Man, you do that. I did that on all those, and I built that skate ramp pretty much all by myself. I did have some buddies come over after school or on the weekends and help out. Man, we built this ramp. You know, it was awesome. We skated it through the wee hours of the night all the time. And that was back in '88. Moved on from there, another buddy down, he built a skate ramp a few miles down the road. And then another guy, about another 15 miles down the road, built a skate ramp. So we're all skating. We'd hit each other's skate ramp. Next thing you know, man, you're gone for the weekend, you come home, and there's people you don't even know from all over just skating on your ramps. You know, they're from Colorado, they're from Nebraska. I just remember people visiting the lake, and somehow, without all this social media, emails, cell phones, they always found our ramp. So that was pretty cool how the word spread even back then, you know. But you know, growing up, you get out of high school, things change, your interests change. You know, you have school, you move off, you know, and skateboarding kind of got left behind, you know. But in my head, I still remember, you know, skate or die. I said I'd always skate to the day I died. You know, but I forgot about that. till about 4 or 5 months ago. Now I'm 42, and I moved to this area, and I heard about this skate park. And I remember I brought my wife up here, and we walked over here, and I walked, and I was just amazed. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You know, growing up, we didn't have it. And in my, I mean, I felt it, man. It was just such a, I still get giddy right now. I remember that feeling I felt, I'm gonna get me another board. I'm gonna try it again, you know? At 42, never give up. So here I am again today, shredding with the young folks, man. I love it.